Hey everybody, thanks for hanging out online with me tonight. It's a long drive into town, so let's hang out in our living rooms. Here we go. Let's start by warming up. All right, take some breaths in and exhale. Inhale, arms are coming up above the head. Exhaling, arms come down. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your feet a little bit further apart, however is comfortable for you. We're going to move over to one leg, touching the foot, just leaning towards that foot, and then come to the other side, keeping as flat a natural curve of your spine, so not flat, but naturally curving. Now go back to that first foot, turn the toe out, and then reach one arm up towards the sky in a triangle pose. So you come back down, bring that toe forward again, go to the other side, turn the foot out, and reach up into a triangle pose. You can always pause this at any point if one of these feels good and stay there. Come back to the middle, come into a squat, sit up into that squat, put your hands just above your knees and bring one shoulder into the middle, and switch, taking a breath or two on each side, switch again. And one more. Shoulder into the middle. All right. I'm going to bring both your toes pointing the same direction as your knees. Bring the back knee down. Notice how your front knee is right above the ankle. And come into a little bit of a pulse, maybe a little bit of a jam with either the music on here or whatever music you're listening to. Come back through the squat and then to the other side. So both toes are shifting with your knees. The back knee coming down towards the ground. The forward knee right above the ankle, and your hips are square in the same direction as your toes and knees. All right, coming back to the center, and just go ahead and shake that out. All right, bring one leg up behind you. There's going to be a lot of balance practice in this today since this is a pole-less workout. You don't have to turn. I turned for the camera. And then coming into a king dancer, only come as far as you can go. Well, you still keep your hips square to the ground. If you're opening up your hips, you're starting to stretch a different muscle than what we're aiming for here. Now bring that same foot forward. Put your weight on the bent knee. Keep your back as neutral as possible, heart shining forward. Don't put any weight on the toe that faces up. All right, let's go to the other side. Bringing the foot up behind you. And again, with the king dancer, you're leaning forward. Your heart is coming forward. You're keeping your hips square towards the ground. One arm reaches forward. You'll come into whatever is natural for you, or maybe even staying in that first stretch. Now, I have this issue with internet because weather is crappy, which is why I'm staying here, so it froze. So also take that foot forward, toes towards the ceiling, and put your weight on the other leg that is bent. Yeah. So again, and then go ahead, shake it all off. Let's do some more movement. Thanks for hanging out with me. I am out in a crazy area with very little internet, so this is just kind of funny, me trying to create a little movement video. So let's get funky. And yeah, as long as you're moving, this is meant to be a way for you to move around for half an hour without a pole. So let's do some more moving. Take your head over to one side. Reach the opposite arm away like a 45-degree angle. Roll it through the front. Come to the other side. Arm reaches away, 45-degree angle. And then roll the head back to the other side. Loosen up those knees. Start taking your head back and forth. Just rolling through the front. Looking back and forth, side to side, right to left. Adding more movement, and then up and down. Up and down. And take a couple of head circles. Now we're going to go to the shoulders. Shoulders roll forward. And then we'll reverse it. Shoulders roll backwards. Really letting your whole body start loosening up, especially when it's cold. We got to move ourselves around. Add your elbows. Make it bigger, really opening up your shoulders. All right, just a little bit of waving back and forth. We're going to play with our shoulders and our arms a few different times. We'll roll one shoulder and then the other. And so there's this little wave that comes across the body from one hand to the other. So this is just arms are out and you're just rolling one shoulder at a time. Roll right, roll left, roll right, roll left, and let your hands just follow that curve that starts from the shoulder, creating that S. All right, let's go to our hips. Take some hip circles. And switch direction. And then some little hip scoops. Like your hips are just making a little smiley face back and forth. Maybe you're just going right, left, or maybe you hit one side a couple times. Yay, moving it around. All right, let's start doing a little strength training with our own body weight. And so we're going to work our way into plank. We won't start with plank, but we will end with plank in this section. All right, let's start by stretching out our hands. So you're pulling your fingers back and then down and then opposite. All right. Take an arm across. Oh, I'm yawning just watching myself do this. Taking one arm across and then the other arm across. Maybe twist out the wrists a little bit. I encourage you at the end of all of this, maybe you come back and do these stretches again. Let's take the arm overhead. Oh my gosh, you just said maybe. No, at the end of all this, come back to the beginning and do these stretches again. Yes, encouraged. All right, I'm turning around just so you can see what my arms are doing in the back there. All right, what comes next? Oh my God, my cat's right here. Cat, go away. All right, so you're folding forward and you are walking your hands forward and then walking them back. Feet are staying in the same place. Hip or shoulder width apart is a good spot for the feet. Come down, forward fold. Keep your toes where they are. Walk forward into your plank. Walk your hands backwards. And then inhale up, exhale down. Walking the hands forward into a plank. And then working it back. I think this is about where I figured out that my hat was not working for this. And let's do this again. Walking your hands forward into the plank. And now we're holding it. And then you're going to lift one arm up. And so your feet are just kind of staggered a little bit or stacked on top of another, or you could bring the bottom knee down whenever you do this. Let's switch, bring the other arm up to the sky, coming into this side plank. Back to both hands in plank. This time walking your feet towards your hands. It's a little bit harder depending on your flexibility. Inhale up. Exhale down, hands come to the ground, walk the feet back to their starting place, plant the toes, walk your hands back. We're back where we started. Inhaling up. All right, and shake or wiggle it out. Little wiggles, yes. All right, so next is this balancing sequence. I've never tried to teach this over a video, so let's see how it goes. I'm gonna try to break it down piece by piece and then we'll keep adding. The first piece is forward balancing warrior. You take one foot forward, reach your hands up, and then that back foot comes off the ground and you fold forward. See how there's this long line from the toes to the fingers. You try to keep that line the whole time. So this is what it looks like from the front, 1 foot forward, and you're folding at the hips. If you end up having to bend your up, like the part that's the long line, then come back a little bit. So you don't have to go fully into the T to do this. Now, after the forward balancing warrior, you're going to open up to your side in star. So see, this is where we start the balancing. Then you're going to come up, bring the outstretched leg across, look the other way from the leg, reach back out into star, come back forward into forward balancing warrior, and then come back to standing. All right, so you've got forward balancing warrior, star. Bring that back leg across the front into this spinal twist as you look the other way. If you need to touch the ground, you can, but we're going to try to keep our feet off the ground the whole time. And then star, forward balancing warrior, and then back to standing. Sorry about the other noises. My cats are now like literally trying to throw things off the wall, I think. All right, here we go. Forward balancing warrior, star. Back leg comes across. Oh, this is where I kind of messed up. Yep, back leg comes across into a spinal twist. go back into star, come back into forward balancing warrior, and then back to standing. It's been a long time since I'd practiced this. I gotta do it more. Forward balancing warrior, star. So we're switching sides each time. And spinal twist. And then star, forward balancing warrior, and back to standing. All right. Title text here. I think I was going to add something else. So here, we're going to add another move. Dancing Shiva was what I was taught. This other position is called. If you've ever seen the little Shiva statues where he's dancing, this is that pose that he is in. All right, so we're going to start with that movement. And so it's going to come, as we're coming back, it's going to come from that forward balancing warrior. You're going to bring that knee forward, so that foot, or the foot forward, bring the knee across and sit. And you're not really sitting, you're just sitting in an imaginary chair. That leg is across, that foot is flexed, and then bring that foot forward, and then back to standing. So this is what was going to be added to the end of that other sequence. So other side, foot forward, into the sit, foot forward, back to standing. Foot forward, sit, forward, stand, switch. Forward, sit, forward, stand. All right, let's add it to the sequence we had before. Look at all those thumbs up. I'm so excited. All right, I'm trying to do this a little bit with the music, so we're going to also add breaths. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward bouncing warrior. Inhale, open to star. Exhale, spinal twist. Inhale, back to star. Exhale, forward bouncing warrior. Inhale, foot stretches forward. Exhale, dancing Shiva. Inhale, foot reaches forward. Exhale, standing. All right, other side. Let's do this again. Here we go. All right, that inhale reaches up. The exhale is forward balancing warrior. Inhale, star. Exhale, spinal twist. Inhale, star. Exhale, forward balancing warrior. Inhale, foot reaches forward. Exhale, dancing Shiva. Inhale, foot reaches forward. Exhale, standing. Good job. I encourage you to repeat that. Like, just take the video back. It's awesome. All right, handstands, supported handstands. If you can already just do a freestanding handstand, go ahead and do that. But let's take a little bit of some inversion time. You're going to need a wall for this if you do it the way I do. So for this practice, find the wall and then sit with your tailbone against the wall. This is how we prep for that. Check where your heels are. Take a look at where they are. Really look at where that is, and that's where the heels of your hands are going to go. So now put your hands, the heels of your hands, where the heels of your feet were. Plant those shoulder width apart, and then your foot is going to work its way up the wall. So come into this bit of a downward dog. One foot goes up the wall. Now the goal is to get our hips above our hands and then reach one foot away, pushing away from the wall with the toe of the other foot, seeing how much weight you can transfer into your hands. You still have that wall to help you. And then switch which leg is on the wall. If you've been in one of my classes, we do this on the pole sometimes. You can even see in my video, one side might be easier than the other. And then when you come out of it, you're going to go into a child's pose and let your body recalibrate. If you sit up too soon, you're going to make yourself super dizzy. So anyway, that's the quick instruction. Hit pause on the video and do it a little bit more. Why are my title texts not working? I did something wrong. I haven't made a video in a while. So anyway, here comes the next movement. I'm pretty sure this is butt crunches. So this is where we squeeze one butt cheek at a time. So left butt, right, left cheek, right cheek. So you're just clenching just the muscles of that one butt cheek. We use this a lot of different things in pole or in twerking. This comes from a belly dance exercise practice. So we're going to speed it up a little bit. My hands are cueing. Left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. So you're just clenching the butt cheek one at a time in different rhythms. My hands are cueing in this video here. Here we go. Bring the knees up. This makes it a little bit harder to focus the butt cheeks because our legs are in another place. Trying to keep our spine really nice and tall. There's that pattern again. Right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right. So just going back and forth. And then double time a little bit. Oh, this one's fun. Left, right, 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 left. It's probably easier to just watch my fingers in this video than it is to try to listen to me. All right, and now come to your knees. This one's the hardest for me. And you're still doing the butt cheeks at the same time, or just like we were before, except you're doing it from your knees. So you can follow my hands in this video to know which butt cheek to do. I find it much easier to watch visual than try to listen to right, left, right. And then just find your own song and play with your butt cheeks. It's fun. All right, legs and TikTok. This starts on the ground. In the 4-count beat, count 1 is toes together, count 2 is toe to the knee, count 3 is to the ceiling, 4 to the knee. So point, knee, sky, knee, together. Speed it up. Knee, sky, knee, together. Knee, sky, knee, together. Knee, sky, knee, together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knee, sky, knee, together. Knee, sky, knee, together. Knee, last one, knee, together. Now we're going to take, oh, sorry, there's one more. All right, now we're going to take a forward circle with the leg. Reverse that, so backward circle with the leg, toe is pointed, leg is long. Now we're going to go back and forth. So forward circle, backward circle, forward circle, backward circle. All right, switch sides. Again, it's count 1 is toe to the knee, count 2, toe to the sky, count 3, toe to the knee, count 4, together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, forward circles. And then backward circles. And again. And then 1 each. Forward circle. Backward circle. Forward circle. Backward circle. Very nice. All right. TikToks. Ooh, you guys love these, don't you? So you're following the face of a clock, coming across and then out. All right. So one leg, come in towards the middle first, and then out towards the other side, and then up and then back. Tracing from noon to 3 to 6 to 9 to noon to 9 to 6 to 3 to noon. That's why it's TikToks. Now let's take it faster. In, out, other leg. In, out, other leg. In, out, other leg. In. All right, good job. Rip, you might have to go back. Oh, my title text didn't work. Jeez, goodness. This is squats. Anyway, maybe it's better that you don't know that squats are coming. So find a good squat for yourself. This is going to focus on lifting heels. All right, so lift the right, drop. Lift to the left, and then drop. Right, down. Left, right, left, left. Right, left, right, right. Heel taps. Right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. All right, together, both heels up, both heels down, both heels up, both heels down. Yes, you're still in a squat. Both heels up, both heels down, both heels up, both heels down, both heels up, and then shake it out. Arms and shoulders. Hey, that title worked. All right. I have no idea how it's doing this. All right, this is about endurance and keeping our arms up. So remember from the beginning, we did that snake arm. So one shoulder, then the other. And so this is going to go back and forth, right? So left shoulder and then right shoulder. Now right shoulder and then left. Left shoulder and then right shoulder. Right shoulder and then left. Take that left arm up and over and then extend. Right arm up and over and extend. Note that we are never dropping our arms. Left arm up and over and then extend. Right arm up and over and then extend. All right, back to the shoulders. And this one, we're just going to continue in one direction. So it keeps going left, right, left, right. Maybe add your hips a little bit. Right. Ooh, I'm doing two at a time. So left and left, right and right. Now bring the left arm across the front and then open. And then the right arm across the front and then open. Left arm across the front and then open. Right arm across the front and then open. Both arms up above the head and both arms open. Both arms across the front and both arms open. And shake it out. Yay! This title didn't work either. I don't remember what's next. What's next? Oh, tabletop. So hands and knees. So your hands are below your shoulders. Your knees are above your hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Arch the back. Cat and cow. Inhale. Arch the back, look up. Exhale, opposite. So we're making this different arch and crunch. All right. Now, you're going to take one arm, stretch that one arm forward, take the opposite leg. It's important that they're opposite so you can balance. Create a long line between the two. Now, you could just stay here, or you can bend that back knee, grab it with the front arm, and lift into proud tiger. Chest reaches forward. Your gaze is forward, but not up. Extend first back into that long line, and then come back into tabletop. Take a couple circles with your spine as if you're scraping the inside of a sticky honey jar. Ooh, no, a smooth, warm honey jar. And now the other side. So reach out the other arm and the opposite leg. And again, you could either stay here or you could bend that back knee, grab that foot, and use that to create a lift. Each side will likely be different. And again, extend each. Make it nice and long before you come back to tabletop. And then scrape the inside of that honey jar. Yum, 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 yum. Now, come down to your elbows. Elbows are below shoulders, and then toes tuck under. Lift the knees just up off the ground. And then you're going to hold this. That was where my internet got weird. So you're going to keep the knees off the ground, and then if you can, extend the knees. This is dolphin pose. So you're on your forearms, and your hips are in the air, kind of like downward dog, and your toes are on the ground, and your heels are reaching towards the back. Knees can be bent. That's okay. It's a little bit of an inversion practice. All right, here we go. This one is where I just get weird. Turns, balance, and a sit. So we're practicing crossing our feet and then a spin. This is something we use in a lot of our pirouettes. So one side, then the other. So I'm extending a foot and then cross and then spin, extend a foot and then cross and then spin. So each time a different foot's in the front. Cross and then spin. All right. Cross and then spin to the ground. And then if you can do it without your hands, I have used my hands, spin back to the top. So this is where we're getting our level changes. All right, let's try this. So a foot is going to extend and then cross. Spin to your sit and then spin back up. All right, other foot. Other foot is going to extend and then cross. I lost my balance. Extend and cross and then turn to the sit and then reverse that to come back up. It is okay to use your hands while you're practicing and learning this. Try that a couple times. It's all about being goofy. All right, tippy toes and cooling down. So this is another little bit of a balance practice, and it's going to take us on our tippy toes and bend our knees. Take care of your knees. If this hurts, don't do it when we start bending down. So right now you're just lifting up to the tippy toes and then back to your heels. Heels come up, heels go down. Heels go up and down and up and down. You should practice this at a grocery store. Now, see if you can come into a tippy toe balance. Take the knees apart, knees together, and then back up. All right, so from the side, here you can see a little bit better. So you're going to come into heels coming off the ground into a tiptoe balance. So tippy toes, heels down, tippy toes, heels down, tippy toes. Now stay on the tippy toes while you bend your knees. And then bring the knees apart. And the knees together. Knees apart. Nice little balance. Maybe play with your arms, move yourself around. And then knees together and then back up. So playing with those different tippy toe things is really great for your balance. All right, now this last thing for cool down, some little lunges. That's how I started, but this is where I encourage you. What is a great way to move around and work out and feel good when you're at home? Just see what feels nice. So let's do some foot stretches. Rolling the ankle around. Taking the top of the foot to the ground. This is a great way to stretch the front of the foot. Toe to the ceiling. Wiggle it around. You could go back to the beginning of the video and do some of those stretches. You could do the whole thing again. But here's what I really encourage you to do is jam to your favorite music. It is really easy for us to get used to having the pole. And the pole is our partner. And the pole is our comfort blanket. And it gives us something to come back to and hold on to. And it gives us direction. So what happens when you take it away and just move your body in any way that feels good? What does your body want? If you're new to, this is intuitive dance, intuitive movement, explorative movements, free-form dance, put on a blindfold, be in a room by yourself, and just see what feels good with no worries about what things look like, just what feels good, what keeps you moving. Do some of that. Be weird and goofy, and know that you're doing it with me because I'm being weird and goofy too. So anyway, thanks so much for hanging out for this video. That was weird. Thanks. So anyway, hey y'all, I'm Katie Pinto. I go by Pinto. I teach on Thursday nights, and with how the weather's been and how far I live away from the studio, we rescheduled tonight, but I just wanted to make a video so we could hang out. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. I hope you're actually moving around, and know that this is just a quick video. You can take any of these poses and make them longer. And I really encourage you to do so. If there's something you really like, or if it was a bit of a challenge, the fun thing about a video at home is you can go back and you can keep playing with it, and you can do more, and you can make your own interpretations. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Just move your bodies and do what feels good. I'll see y'all on Sunday or next week or sometime soon. Find me on Instagram at Katie Pinto Bellafish, and let me know what you liked, what you didn't. I kind of had fun making this. Let's make more.